name is Warlene Rene. I am a fashion designer. I'm from Florida, but I've been living here in the Boston area for about 20 years. I have a major in fashion design. Last year, I decided that this fall I was going to launch a mini collection starting in the fall. I'm just making an exclusive collection. So that'll be August 31st that I launch. I hope they get a sense of a strong, fierce, and grounded individual. I feel like women should be admired. They should be, looked highly upon. They should stand out. A woman shouldn't blend in. I think women are precious.
So thank you so much for your time, being part of OOTD Bostonian podcast for today. Would you mind to tell us about yourself?
Well, my name is Warlene Rene. I am a fashion designer. I'm from Florida, but I've been living here in the Boston area for about 20 years. I have a major in fashion design. I have been working in bridal for about 10 years now, and I run a small business servicing bridal seasonally here in the Boston area, but I also just started a small business last year, just working on my own designs and officially launching this fall. So that's me in a nutshell. Yeah.
Oh, so excited. So who inspire your style? I mean, you always look like very, I would say, authentic style. You have kind of like your own style. What inspire your style?
I think I've started, what inspired my style is from when I was very young. My father was a tailor, and I'm of Haitian descent. So when I would travel to Haiti quite a bit, I come from like I'm third generation seamstress. So I would go there, and my grandmother and my aunts, they were all sewing, and so I've always been around, just creating craftsmanship, and like I said, my father was a tailor, so one way or the other, I've always just been into style and how I look. So yeah, and my mother was a reseller of vintage goods and antiques, so all of that was inspiring to me at a very young age. So I just kind of was natural to go down the path that I am in now.
So you mentioned before that you also you create your custom gown for weddings and various special occasion, and you're also an influencer and stylist. How do you separate your job as an influencer and business owner?
I definitely keep a planner for what I'm doing, especially where I'm working in bridal. The industry is run off of like deadlines and a lot of anxiety. So me having a plan, I keep a monthly, weekly, and daily plan. So my time is broken down into like segments so I can stay on track. But bridal takes priority in everything I do work-wise, and then I planned everything else around that.
Right. So it's like you have time schedule for everything.
Right. Definitely time management is very crucial. That's something I learned. And it was good because when I left college, I went into bridal right away. So I kind of didn't know anything else. I learned right away, to be very precise, very meticulous about time, and just staying on schedule. Yes. Very important. And it helps every other area because you have the habit now, you can bring that into whatever else you do.
Yeah, that's true. How about your recent activity in this new normal? Are you still working at home?
Yes. So for about 10 years now, I've been working at a bridal salon here. It's every season, so during spring and summer, because fall, winter, there's really not much work. So I've been with them very long. But because of the pandemic in March, they did lay everyone off, all the seamstresses. So that's been since March. But I have brides because besides the bridal shop, I do have my own business. Yes. So I'm still seeing brides for myself here and there. I did have a lot of cancellations and reschedule for like 2021. But I'm working on about 2 gowns a week now, which isn't bad, considering.
That's a lot.
But I just got called back from the bridal shop. I just got called back actually from the bridal shop, a call back from them, I should say, to start back next week. So that's exciting. It's going to be part-time because, a lot of weddings were rescheduled, but I'm happy about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like cancellation due to this pandemic and everything. Like
Yes,
cancel.
it did. It really affected business. Like I said, it affected me personally because usually around this time, I'm like 10, 15 dresses in every week. I only have about 2 dresses on my line. So I'm still grateful for them, but it's definitely a big adjustment. Yeah.
That's true.
Hmm.
How about do you have upcoming new project that would you like to share with our audience? You mentioned before, and I scroll your IG that you gonna have like your own um label for a clothing line.
Yes, I'm so excited about that. It's been about 3 years in the making. So about 3 years ago, I decided to start, testing the waters and making like one-off pieces. And I saw that those were doing really well. I tested out having a spot at a boutique, delivering pieces every week here and there that would like get one of, and I noticed they would sell really well. So that inspired me to start making clothes to actually make profit. So about last year, I decided that this fall I was gonna launch a mini collection starting in the fall. Again, they're just gonna be one-ofs because with the culture right now with fashion, manufacturing, and the time it's taking for everything, it just kind of actually worked anyway. So I'm just like making an exclusive collection and try to build a cult following because that's my goal is to have a little niche that I can maintain myself until I can go down the route of manufacturing. So that'll be August 31st that I launch.
I'm so excited. So it's gonna be like one more month to go.
Yeah, it's like it's right here. But again, I'm not as stressed because I'm not like gonna make 6 of something or 7 of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about do you want to represent, meaning when people click your IG or see you in person?
I want to say I hope they get a sense of a strong, fierce, and grounded individual because I feel like that's the way I dress. I dress um, to be noticed. I feel like I work hard for what I do. I feel like women should be admired. They should be, looked highly upon. They should stand out. A woman shouldn't blend in. I think women are precious. They're queens. So when someone comes to my page, I want them to feel like, oh, this girl's really, she's really cool. And so I try to put content out that will mostly, although I don't mind anyone coming to my feed, but I really would love to appeal to the powerful woman who's, she's confident in who she is. She doesn't mind standing out. She doesn't mind wearing a bold sleeve, and be comfortable in a room where maybe no one's wearing that sleeve because she's just confident.
Be confident.
Yeah,
That's the
you're right.
um
Exactly. Confidence, like fierceness. That's what I want people to get. But I want them to take that away with them. I want them to go on the feed and be like, oh, maybe I'll try a bold frame today or a bold necklace. It doesn't have to be crazy, but inspiring someone to just, step outside the box a little bit.
that's true. Like in this like
Yeah.
new normal, I saw your IG that you've been um creating a new spot in your home and like to take a picture.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yes. Um, Yeah, COVID, I think a lot of us got really creative during COVID. I have actually a studio space I can work at that's closed. And it's a picture of that. So I placed in a little apartment, but I made it work. I found a spot with the best light. So I create my content there. You got to keep going.
so do you have any favorite spot in Boston that you like to recommend it for photo shoot?
Favorite spot in Boston? I don't. That's gonna sound weird. I just think Boston is beautiful in general. I just feel like every corner you turn in Boston is an opportunity. Yeah. I like the city in general. I miss it so much. Like I was in Boston every weekend, so I just find Boston to be very beautiful. Yeah.
That's true. Like as long as like you
Mhm.
have
Every corner.
every corner,
Yes.
like you can mile it for sure. That's true.
Yeah, everything to me is so editorial in Boston, you know? I miss it so much, yeah. So
It's been
I
for
was there last weekend, yeah, to fit a bride, and it was so quiet. I'm like, wow, this isn't the Boston I know. But it's
yeah.
crazy.
I hope like they're gonna come back soon. I mean, this
Me
pandemic
too. Before it gets really cold, right? Yeah.
too, like it's almost like fall, and then we couldn't have chance to to
To
take
enjoy it.
to enjoy the summer.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm just glad that slowly we're starting to be able to go out. So that's a little exciting.
Yes. For the last question that I would like to
Mhm.
ask, do you have anything to say to new influencer who just starting in this industry?
I do. What I would say is, when I started out, the issue for me is I didn't know what my story was. I think it's very unclear about what your story is, or what you'd like to share. You have to really understand, the things you love, what you spend the most time on, and try to, and not try to, but really use the things you're already doing, you're good at, and do that on Instagram, and do worry so much about following. A lot of times we get caught up in like how much farther we can be that we don't focus on what we have at the moment. So just focusing on that, the things that you're good at, the things you love, because those things are already easy to communicate to others, and be yourself. When you're looking at someone else and where they are, and you're trying to emulate someone else, you lose yourself, and that's where the frustration comes, and you feel like you're not moving forward.
That's true.
When you're already amazing, tap into those things that you're already great at and share that. So that's what, because I was doing that when I started off. I wasn't growing at all. I was on Instagram since 2014, and I didn't grow until last year. And that's because I was like, you know what? I like wearing bold clothes. I like wearing bold jewelry. Why am I dimming down who I am? And I wasn't growing because it wasn't me. As soon as I started having fun with it and just doing what I love, people feel that. They know that when they come on your page. They can already have a sense that, okay, this is who this girl is. Every week we expect this from her. This is who she is, and so people identify with that. And just being transparent as much as you can too is a big one. You don't want to put everything out there, but just being able to have your audience connect with you genuinely is important too. There's so much that can be said, but that's the most important thing, and you'll grow.
That's true.
Yeah, you'll grow.
I can take like be yourself and stay confident and know your content. That's what the things that I
Yeah.
learn from you. I think that's a lot for today. Thank you so much for having
Yeah.
your time for today.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm very glad.
And thank you so much, OOTD Bostonian, for what you're doing for the Boston area. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm sure I'm speaking for so many people. Keep up the good work. It's amazing. Thank you for having me.
For support as well. Yes, have a great day, and I hope like
You too.
two for next month.
Oh, yes, I'll be. You know me. I'll be posting soon.
I'm so excited.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Yeah. Have a good day. Bye bye.